Hello guys, this is Vad the Tech Guru. Back again. Today we'll be looking at 6 tech skills that can land you a high-paying job. We all know that as a novice, the question is, what tech skill can I pick up? There are a lot of things on your head. You are thinking, should I pick this? Should I pick that? You don't even know, you are so confused. But today, I'm here to make it simple. Mind you, there are many skills I will not pick today. That does not mean that they are not important. But there are few ones I'm familiar with, and that's why you are seeing me discussing them today. But if I don't discuss anyone you are interested in, doesn't mean you should give up on that. Just carry on with it once you see prospects around that. The first skill we'll be discussing today is project management. Project management is a very interesting skill to learn in this era. We know that there are a lot of opportunities for project managers in tech today. This is one of the skills you can easily jump on YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, and so many others. I prefer YouTube, which is free. You will get quality courses around this that will make you land a job within few months. You can also look out for bootcamp on LinkedIn. Sometimes we do organize bootcamp on this too. Some important things I need you to know around project management includes working with management, working with clients. Because after learning this skill, you are looking at what? Managing a project. You will join in deciding what? The duration, the cost, and many other things. Secondly, as a project manager, you need to have this quality and good communication skill, resolve conflicts within the team, and so many others. And when a project kicks off, you should be able to set up a timeline and ensure that people are meeting up with the timeline. And this timeline should work towards what? Achieving a given milestone. Also understanding the agile environment, which is a trending. The previous one is all about waterfall. There are important tools that are being used by a project manager. This includes Jira, we have Asana, we have Trello, and many of them. And mind you, this skill does not require much technical, but good understanding of maybe coding will help. But when you don't have that skill, coding skill, it doesn't limit you. Then when it comes to pay, they earn very well depending on the organization you find yourself. That does not mean that when you're comparing the base level of a software developer and a project manager, that they are the same. Softwares are always higher. Then when it comes to job opportunities, there are a lot of job opportunities there, but I don't think you can compare it to what? Software development. Mind you, I'll be comparing all these things with what? Software development, where I belong. When it comes to cybersecurity, there are a lot of opportunities there. Majority of tools that company will require from you when you are coming for interview are paid. And you may not really have access to some of the functionalities. It's not as easy as when you are going into project management, whereby it's just a straightforward learning, you don't really require much. Few other things we would like to look at is things like what? Data breach, password attack, man in the middle attack, Internet of Things. These are a lot of interesting things. Then I would also like you to pay attention in what? Internet of Things. This is the future. It looks at how devices connect what? To each other through the what? Internet. Still on cybersecurity, we have few other things like what? SQL injection, phishing, which we have done video about. When it comes to job opportunities for cybersecurity, I have a question mark there because it's not fully covered in all regions. If you're in an area where there are no big companies like that, you will not really see these job opportunities. Next is data analytics, which we know that is very, very important based on what? The amount of data we are consuming today. I know Chike is somewhere now checking his data balance, thinking that that's what we are talking about. No. We are looking at what? The kind of data companies are collecting, the kind of information they are getting. When it comes to the banking industry, they are collecting a lot of information. They are analyzing those data in order to make what? Better decisions, forecasts, and predictions. The same thing is happening in many industries today. And companies are now maximizing this for their growth. So in terms of opportunities in this, there are many opportunities around what? Data analytics. But you cannot compare it with what? Software development. Based on the fact that I'm in Oka, for example, Anambra State, I finished learning this. Within my locality, there's no companies that require that kind of services. But when you come to something like Lagos, you see head offices that are doing what? Playing with this data. For entry level in this skill, you don't really need to stress yourself like going into coding, programming, because you can easily land a job by checking out some of those resources we mentioned on YouTube, Coursera, and so many others. Or joining a bootcamp, which we also organize. In terms of pay for data analysts, they earn a lot depending on the environment you see yourself. Moving on to software testing. This is another field I love so much because they work hand in hand with software developers. There are two major types of testing. We have the manual testing, we have the automated testing. Both manual testing and the automated testing are very good. Each of them have their advantages and disadvantages. One good thing about software testing is that the learning roadmap is straightforward. If you go to YouTube today, you will see a lot of content around that. You can also join bootcamp, a lot of trainings. In terms of pay, software testers earn very well, almost the same with software developers. While those companies that will be paying you high will look at, okay, we have up to 2-3 projects we are working at hand, and you are the one to do test all these projects. Because when you finish testing an application and they launch it, people start using it and complain that this application is breaking, this is not working fine. They will hold you responsible. But trust me, we all are human, so they will not just put the blame on you, knowing that we are all prone to mistakes. Except when you are repeatedly making that mistake. In terms of job opportunities, there are so many of them, but not when compared to software developers. Please, if you're enjoying this content at this point, kindly do like my page and subscribe. The next is digital marketing. This is also an interesting field based on the fact that many companies are working on a lot of products today, and they really need to get that product to their doorstep. And the only way they can achieve this is through awareness and promotion. That's where digital marketer comes in. Meaning that as a digital marketer today, you need to have that good knowledge of SEO, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, pay-per-click, and so many others. And these things are straightforward to learn. And mind you, need to have a good knowledge of analytics and insights. This will help you in driving traffic for your company's product and services. There are a lot of opportunities around digital marketing. Based on the fact that whether small, medium, or large-scale business, your level of exposure and experience is what determines how much they will pay you. How often you have used these tools and what you have done with them is what matters. For an experienced digital marketer, you will earn a lot of money from it, knowing fully well that you are going to work, because they will always track your productivity. There are some companies you will get into, they will stress you a lot, while there are other companies they will give you achievable goals and give you tools that will make it easier for you to achieve them. And that's where I have question mark when it comes to digital marketing, because you may end up landing in the wrong hand. Finally, we are moving to software developers, where I belong. This is a very broad and interesting skill. There are many benefits when it comes to software development. You can decide to open a mini place and you start teaching people to learn software development. You can also teach online. You don't even need to have an office, and you are earning money from it. There's no place you will be today that you will not see small scale businesses. So you don't really need them to employ you. You can even reach out to them and tell them the reason why they can have a website, and they will give you that contract. Another important benefit, and that's one of the reasons why I went into software development, is that you can have an idea of a software you want to build. You don't need to pay anybody. You can build that software on your own. At the end of the day, if the app did not sell, you have gained more knowledge without losing any money. When it comes to job opportunities, there are a lot of quality job opportunities you can tap in as a software developer. Let's assume that you're into back-end and you are not listing opportunities. You can easily switch to front-end without stressing yourself too much. The major problem newbie face when coming into this field is which language will I go for. Then as a software developer, there are important things you need to know, whether you are in the back-end, front-end. You need to know the gates, you need to understand command line, you need to understand frameworks, you need to understand basic testing, and many others. So this is one field that requires a lot of technical work. You do so many coding. Gone are days whereby somebody is interested in being a front-end developer and all you need to know is just HTML and CSS. For you to be a front-end developer in this era, you need to have that HTML, CSS, a CSS framework like Bootstrap, Tailwind, Material UI, and many others. Then JavaScript and JavaScript framework like React, Angular, Vue.js, Next.js, and so many others. Likewise, in the back end, you don't just need to learn that language. Sometimes you need to understand the framework around it, understand a lot of security checks, have good knowledge of at least two databases, structured and non-structured database, and finally performance optimization to make sure that things run faster. Then for both front end and back end, you must have good knowledge of Git, RESTful API, GraphQL, then continuous integration and development, basic knowledge of DevOps, which is also another good skill someone can move into. DevOps developers today are really earning well. Unfortunately, I didn't add it here because of time. I don't want this video to be too long, but if you're interested in going into DevOps guys earn so much today. There are so many opportunities there. We have things like AWS and many more. The little limitation in DevOps is that not every companies are using it. There are still a lot of small businesses that focuses on maybe cPanel and many other simple hosting platforms. Thank you so much for watching my video, and please, if you're watching on Facebook, like and follow. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Then if you know other skills that are important I didn't mention in this video, you can drop it on the comment section. Let's discuss that. Bye.